He cannot continue to give the ball away and throw it into really difficult windows because it's going to cost his team ultimately as they try to pursue a playoff berth.
Marcus, we've talked so much about him, and through that 4-game winning streak, we kept raving about how the coaching staff, I'm going to use an overstating it, but the coaching staff was sort of coaching around his deficiencies. At this point, how would you evaluate Baker Mayfield's ability to become a great quarterback? He was the first pick in the draft. What are you seeing from him, Marcus Spears?
Gee, you and I have had conversations on your show. We've talked about this at the Super Bowl. We had this conversation, and we actually talked to Baker about it and his maturation process and all of these things. But guys, this is our trust circle, right? Like Graz and Jeff Saturday and Greg McElroy, and this is our trust circle, right? Mm-hmm. Guys, Baker Mayfield is an average to below average quarterback. And I don't want to sound malicious because people think I got a vendetta against Baker Mayfield. I don't. I'm just trusting what my eyes have shown me for an extended period of time. Could he change that? Absolutely. Do you need a change of scenery? Possibly. Do you need, we went through coaches, we went through acquiring all the talent, we went through creating a playbook and an offensive plan to hide your deficiencies, and you still end up at this point anytime you play somebody worth any salt. Look at the 2 losses on their record, y'all. It's going to take the quarterback to help win those games. He's going to have to make big plays. And in those games against the Ravens and the Steelers, it was 38-6 and 38-7. Yeah. He's an average quarterback to below average. That's who he is.
Greg, I think a lot of people feel that way. Why are you
too much,
shaking your head?
Like that. You know, because the problem is right now, Baker Mayfield has pulled off such miraculous plays from college all the way through the NFL. Like, the problem is the highs are too high with the highs and the lows are too low with the lows. Well, at least he has the highs. Like, there are plenty of quarterbacks that have the lows that he's showcased over the last couple years, but they don't have the highs to go along with it. Like, we're talking about a guy that if we're going to snap the ball 60, 70 times offensively a game, he has 65 pretty good plays. He has 5 plays that are fantastic, and then he has 5 plays that are awful. If we can just limit those atrocious plays, and that just takes a focus level that we haven't seen from him over the course of a 60-minute ball game, he has a chance to be among the better quarterbacks in the league. But it's just those few try too hard, try to do too many plays that end up costing him.
Let me bookmark this one because I want to come back to it. We've got stuff up. I promise I'm coming back to this because I think it's really interesting. Allie, we'll put this back in later in the show. But Dan Graziano, I did want to come to you because I've pointed out many times the backup quarterback there, Case Keenum, had one great season in his career when his offensive coordinator was Kevin Stefanski, who is now the head coach in Cleveland. What sense do we get that they might consider making that kind of change?
I think it would be down the road. I don't think it's soon. Look, Kevin Stefanski's not taking that job if he doesn't believe he can win with Baker Mayfield. He knew going in that that's the situation. The sense I get is they're working through it, right? And they know he has some issues to work on. He was playing hurt the other day, had the rib injury, so they believe things can and will get better with Baker. I think he gets more of a leash than, benched for Case Keenum before midseason.
Okay. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.